Welcome to Attican Plays Surviving the Aftermath. All right, hi, this is Attican, and welcome to Surviving the Aftermath, Series 2, Episode 8. Now, in our recent episodes, we have moved toward a more self-sustainable model. And what I mean is, we now have 3 metal extractors out here getting us metal and doing a good job producing metal for us. We have a concrete extractor. Now we're still kind of harvesting, if you will, our plastics out here from these 2 piles, but they're about to go away, and there's a death. What in the world is this? How did this happen? Mysterious death. Huh. Interesting. That is mysterious. I don't know why that person died. Okay. Okay. But let's just kind of do a State of the Union. So we're moving toward a more self-sustainable model because you have limited amounts of scrap metal and scrap plastic and concrete that you can pick up out here on your map. And early in the game, you're just focusing on your stockpiles and picking stuff up to get you going. But it does run out. And if you want to build a bigger colony, you've got to find a way to be self-sustainable. And that's why these new extractors are so useful, because they give us renewable metal and junk and concrete and eventually plastics and fiber. So in this, what we want to target now is getting our plastics up so that we're not dependent upon just those 2 piles of scrap up there to the northeast, let's call it. So the other thing is we want to look at kind of where we are in our research. We have, in the food, we've gone all the way down to the boring methods, which is, I mean, some might use that to subscribe my videos, but it's basically the ability to bore the deep water, wells so that you can get 30 water production out of the bad soil, and they have no area of effect, so you can just stack them together. But they do take power, so it's, got to have the whole deal. In the production side, we've done everything. We've got all of our power storage, and the industrial mining, which is what gave us the extractors. On the colony side, we're also in good shape because we've focused on education. We're kind of home growing our people by having a lot of babies. And we've got comfortable housing, which points out another thing. When we move into the comfortable housing, houses or 2-story houses, we're going to be making babies out of all those houses. So we're going to start making a lot of babies, and I'll tell you what that's going to do to our strategy here in just a minute. We've gotten all the way through our security, so we've got our medical centers up and running. We've got centralized repairs, and we haven't touched the exploration yet. We'll get to that probably last. I find that to be, for me, the least useful. So what we're going to do here as far as our research strategy, we're going to work our way down the rest of the food and get the delicacies so that we can start making bread, which has a nice effect on morale, makes people happy, and is food to eat. So we'll work our way down the food cycle if we do any research, as we gather research points. In fact, do we have any we can use right now? No, we need 500 to get that delicacies, the bread. All right, so in terms of impact on our strategy, we're going to move to a new phase now where we're not taking in anybody else from outside unless they have a specialist. If they don't have a specialist, we don't need the headache, because we want to grow at a controlled pace, and we are going to grow. As we start building more and more of these nice houses, we're going to start having babies at an accelerated rate. Remember, the people in these tenements don't have babies. They're too crowded together. They don't have any privacy. But the folks here these are spacious houses. And we definitely want to move to them because they offer better protection against fallout and all that good stuff. But when we do, it's a two-edged sword because we're going to start having more babies. I think the best way for us to play that to keep from choking in people and setting up situations we can't handle in terms of survival is to kind of close these gates to outsiders. With the exception, you bring us a good specialist, we'll talk. Okay. And I'd love to find...
What do you want?
The person who has... Oh, it's...
Huh?
Yeah, unfortunately, see, here's a person, Grace has radiation sickness, and unfortunately, we can't see anything about her to say, how did she get that sickness? We just know she has it. Not a lot of helpful information there. All right. Our big hole in our ability to move forward really right now is components, because we've addressed the issue with the metal to a good extent. We've addressed the concrete. We've got a concrete supply coming in now. Obviously, we need the plastics improved, but the big thing we need are components from the field. So let's go out to the field and see what we've got out here. We've got Platy is running out here, heading toward the research, and right above the research, there's a couple of nice deposits of components. So we're going to have her head up that way. We've also got research. We've been doing research with Garrett here, who's not a good researcher, but she's nearby, so we're using her. So what we're going to do with her is finish off this research and then start picking up components and working our way back to base with her. Same thing with Platy. Come up, do this research, help with the components, and then work your way back to the base so that we can get those components into our base and start building some more advanced items. And that's all we've got. Okay. All right. So let me get this thing running. We've got one more house here, one more two-story house we're building. Just need to move some metal over there, which we have, and that'll give us enough housing. Don't know how many times I've said this, but I would like to see our housing capacity, please. Please. Okay, here we go. Group of survivors at the gate. So here, now this would be great to get these children, because we could then educate them and have efficient workers. But we can educate our own children. And look at this. There's no specialist over here. So I'm sorry. We're going to have to start getting tough and take care of our own a little bit here and say goodbye. All right. See, we are growing. We're getting more children. More people are becoming adults. Everything's good here. So we're in a... Now, the reason we're taking this don't import people so much is that we want to be homegrown to get a steady growth, controllable growth that we can stabilize our colony. All right, we've got old Salt here. He's got some stuff to take back to the colony, and he needs to heal a little bit. Garrett will do some more research for us. And she's finished that off and managed not to blow up anymore. Who else we got? Rico. Rico's been out here picking up medicine for who knows how long, and he's just going to keep doing it. We're going to grab this medicine, maybe this food, and then head back in with him. That's the plan. And what we want to do, of course, is get our clothing and tools stabilized so that we have enough of each. And I think we could probably, we already have 2 tool shops up and running. And you can see we've got a lot of people without tools. And a lot of people without clothes. The clothes we can't do much about because we're just not getting enough fiber. The one thing we could do to speed up the process on picking stuff up, we've got laborers. We could build another scrapper up here if we wanted to go to work up here. Not sure how much that matters, honestly, but we could do that. And we just lost a citizen to radiation sickness. Still a mild mystery how they're getting radiated. We had the theory about the food here, and I realized we've got another trapper right here that's possibly picking up contaminated food, or I just don't know if that kind of functionality is really in the game right now. But let's just say it is, and let's move this guy. Let's move this trapper. Oh, down here, maybe. Now see, and this is just, this has got to be a mistake. He's very poor in the better land with the woods, which doesn't make any sense at all. But he's great on the bad land, the land that has nothing. I think that's a mistake. But let's, where can we put him? I don't know where to put him. We'll come back to that. All right, he's ready to go back to work. Tools. We could use tools. Go attack those tools right there. She's going to go pick up components. Platy's still working her way up to this research. And Rico finally finished that batch. Now he's going to start picking up some more medicine. And look at that, 3 at a time. He's going to be there forever. I think that's a balancing issue, personally. Okay, commotion at the gate. Okay, we've got some folks who like to party. They're good to have in because they're going to bring us some meat. They bring us some happiness. We get 4 people infected, but we've got plenty of medical facilities to get those people cured. And here we go with my pet peeve. Here's a person. Where is she? It won't take me to her. Who starved to death. We have 3,000 food in our colony, and this person starved to death. I won't say anymore. Oh, let's do our check. Water, pretty good shape. We've got. We're in very good shape, actually, because if we double our consumption for during a catastrophe, we've got plenty of storage to handle it. Food, excellent shape. The cabbages are just driving us into a situation where we don't have to worry about the food anymore. And did we switch this over? Yeah, I'm going to switch this guy over to a mixed meal. We're going to make mixed meals in both of those. And we'll have to watch our venison and, oh, we definitely need that trapper I knocked out. Stop for a second here. Let's put another trapper in. See, he does great in the bad land, and he does crappy. Well, how about in here? Would he like that? No, see, he does better on the... He actually prefers trapping in the area where there's not as much water or food or trees. Okay, I'm sure that's a work in progress. That's got to be. Okay, let's move. Well, where do we want the work area? Oh, we move him right out. It kind of doesn't matter. He's 100% either way. We'll have him work right out here. Maybe they like it around all these dead trees. I don't know. Okay, we can get wheat or carrots. Oh, I wish I could come back to him. I'm pretty sure we have wheat. And we definitely want to have wheat because down the road we want to make bread. We don't have carrots. Not sure we care. We're going to take the carrots just in case we want to have some... what am I trying to say? Just in case we want to have some variety. But I don't think variety right now. I'm not sure, but I don't think it matters. I think you are supposed to rotate your crops a little bit to keep the yield up. However, there's nothing. It would really be useful if it showed you the state of the, similar to surviving Mars, for example, if it showed you the state of the ground underneath and how, you know, how fertile it is and what impact you're having with each of the crops. So that would make more sense if indeed crop rotation is required. Plus a better interface for doing the crop rotation would certainly be in order. Okay, so ouch. Okay, 630 research. Does that get us anything? I think it does. It gets us to delicacies. So with these, we can make bread. Bread improves our morale, something to eat, and it's a highly leveraged thing. I'll show you when we get into actually creating it. But one unit of wheat can turn into a lot of bread. It's really nice. That's how you can feed a lot of people. Let's see. Well, again, we're just waiting on the components. And let's do one more trapper. We don't almost no fishing on this map. I think there is one spot over here we could fish. Yeah, we can fish right here, believe it or not. We'll set that up. Whoops, jumped the gun. So let's go ahead and set up a fishing hut right here. I'm pretty sure we can. Yeah, there we go. So we're going to fish out that crater. I guess we're going to catch some space fish or something. Okay, platy, that's all gone. Shucks, I goofed. I should have put her around here and then picked up. Then I could have made it over here. Cost us a turn. Okay, 23 children. We're good there. We're good on all our housing. We could still think about, we could continue upgrading this housing. Yeah, that's what we should be doing. I'm going to knock down this well here to make space. I hate to do it. And Claus found something. Okay, they can search this wagon. If we give them some planks, they'll be better off. We get 2 colonists with radiation sickness. We picked up 2 tools and 7 fiber. That's overall a good deal. Hate to see the radiation, but we've got the facilities to take care of it. Fishing hut is ready. Let's double up on it, and should get good production out of that. Believe it or not. Planks. Do we need planks? Wouldn't mind having planks. Look at all these people with radiation sickness. let's go ahead. We've got workers. Let's make healthcare. Let's make sure we don't lose these people. Let's have people working in the healthcare. We don't need 800 carriers out here. Okay, she's taking a beating. Okay, we got all of those. There's still plenty here to pick up. It's really kind of a waste. This guy's fast. He could be scouting all over the place. It takes forever to pick up this medicine, but it would take forever to get somebody else out there to do the job for him. So we'll just keep with it. I'm going to set up this work area to cover those two mills in anticipation of a electric storm down the road. And I had an idea for what I'd like to do with the maintenance buildings that kind of makes sense. And we lost somebody to radiation sickness. Oh, we need this thing. This thing needs to get to work. Getting along this road where a lot of people are traveling, see if we can clean that up. We could think about, well, if we had more power and stuff, we could set up another one of these too. And storage, we're okay. We still got enough room to store the stuff. We'll let her explore her way home a little bit. Iodine, that would be nice for that radiation sickness we keep getting. And we lost another one to radiation sickness. How are we looking for burials up here? 20, we're going to need another one. Ouch. I think we'll stop with her and let her go home. Oh, we still got more to go. Now these burial pits, we can demolish them. I mean, it's just a pit. It's not a mausoleum. And rebuild. We do take a little happiness hit. I think it's a temporary happiness hit if we do that. I guess it's considered disrespecting the dead. But if we ran out of space, we would definitely consider that. We don't really need to right now. Although what we can do, given it's full, is say you don't need to work there anymore. And this guy needs to move to a new area. Okay, she's gone as far as she can go. We'll have to leave those last ones out there. Bring her home. So when we get those components back, we'll build a little more power, some power storage, and then try to get into plastic production. And we could be doing more of our replacing of these homes. Let's build another nice two-story home. Nice two-story house. Ooh. Okay, here comes our big boy. Nuclear fallout. This is the worst one. So what's going to happen here is we're going to get acid rain, I guess you would call it. There's going to be fallout all over the place. And the thing of it is, everybody is going to be irradiated. It says several cases. Everybody's going to get irradiated. As they get sick, our water intake is going to increase. Our crops are going to wither. We need to get them in. We'd love to have some iodine pills. We're not going to have very much, if any. We're not going to have hardly any. More medic tents, more workers. Okay, so let's talk about this thing. We have about 150 people. Everybody's going to get sick. Fortunately, not all necessarily right at the same time, but we're going to have lots and lots and lots of sick people. And we need lots and lots of beds, because the whole thing to survive this and not have, extreme number of deaths is to be able to get these people into hospital beds as quickly as possible. So what we'd love to have are more of these hospitals. Actually, we have 6 times 6 is 36. We have 38. We could take care of 38 people at a time in this little setup right here. And I'd love to be able to take care of 1/3 of the people at a time. That may seem like a lot, but that's the way we survive this thing. So what I'd like to do is have a couple of more of these nice field hospitals. What do they cost us? Now you notice we don't have enough power to run them, but that's okay. When it hits, we'll shut down our extractors and stuff that are drawing power and divert the power to our hospitals. So our goal is going to be to build 2 more hospitals, but we've got to, to do that, we have to have components. Where are we? Oh, crap. There's no way we're going to get these people back in time. Platy and Garak can run as fast as they can. They're not going to make it in time. He doesn't have anything that helps us. Okay. And he only has medicine. Medicine actually doesn't help us. We need iodine pills. And the iodine pills are right over here. All right, we fight for these. We can pick up these 23. That would help some. Now we could pick some here, but these people are really hurting anyway, so we're not going to take any chances with them. We're just going to run back and get the components and see if we can build 2 more hospitals. And if we don't make it, that's okay. We'll just suck it up with 38 beds, which might be enough. Food-wise, we're in great shape. Water, we should be fine even if we get double production. So we're going to go through here, and any place we can harvest these open fields, we're going to go for it. And because all these open fields are going to get irradiated and they're just going to shut down. Not going to be any new growth, new planting, new anything. Okay, there we go. So we've harvested our crops. We have our water. We have the medical facility we can get. We could, of course, build more of these medical tents, but I think 36, 38 beds very well could get us through this with minimal loss, if any. All right, let's see what happens. And again, we'll work on getting our components back so we can build a couple more hospitals. All right, so of course there's survivors at the gate. No way, no way. We don't need 41 more people. There's 9 of them are injured, which are going to take up the hospital beds. We don't need the workers, and they don't bring iodine. They bring a little medicine. Sorry, folks. You don't want to be here anyway. We're about to get clobbered. We're doing you a favor. We would like to convert to the nicer housing as much as we can. I mean, these houses protect you from radiation more than the tenements do. They provide some protection. These provide relatively good protection. Okay, go hunting. I got us some meat. Good job. Can we build another house? What are we waiting on? Ah, you know what we need? We need to up our plank production. We need... Should have done this earlier. Shame on me. And let's see if there's any planks. Let's give them a stockpile so they can just quickly get their stuff and deposit it. Take it back. She did get back in time.
What?
finally through with medicine. Do we really need the food? Yeah, why not? Pick it up. Okay, so we can look into building one more medical tent. Oh, do we really want that? Is that... Oh, okay, this is a tough decision. Do we want another medical tent, knowing the fallout's coming, or do we want to build more power and more... How many components we have? 49? And maybe we can do everything. First thing we'll do is the tent. That's the immediate issue, is that hospital. And more important than the house. All right, it's already going up. Good deal. And I said we'd like to have 2. Let's build 2. And pause. Okay, so what we're going to do here is -8 on power, so we're going to cut out an extractor. That puts us at +4, which is enough for this next one. That's all good. Let's see how all of our crops have died out. Let's see. I have a feeling the lack of coats is going to hurt us a lot here. Okay, this one's done. Give it some more workers. Here we go. We're starting to get the cases. See if he has any iodine for us. No. He's got tools for metal, tools for meat, tools for corn, and components for whatever that is. Potatoes, I think. Oh, man, what would we like the most? These are all good. The components wouldn't be bad, but we got more coming. We could really use the tools. Let's just trade for the tools. Those were all good choices, actually.
Yeah? Positive. What's up? Okay. What's up? I haven't.
Oh, I should have moved him over here. He has some planks which we could use, so we're going to run him back home as well. Should have moved him to the other side though. Creepy. Okay, she's ready to get out of there. To get us some iodine. we have 10 irradiated, and we've got more beds than that. But we got all these symbols, so I don't know how to read this. To tell you the truth, because if we look at one of these people, they have radiation sickness. Now, I don't know if that's different from irradiated. If irradiated means you're really, really sick, I don't know. And unfortunately, we can't look at... We've got 6 people in here being treated, but we can't actually look at them. Or click... Well, anyway. Anyway, let's just go. Our water's hanging in there just fine. Food's good. Housing's okay. Would have loved to have had more of this better housing. That probably would have helped. And more clothes, of course.
Here I am. Sure. What? Answering. What? Fine.
Okay, now we have 16, but it's going down. See, it's like we're getting waves of irradiation, sort of like the pandemic. Difference being we've got plenty of beds. There, we lost one from radiation sickness.
Okay.
Okay, maybe we can get some iodine here. Well, shucks. We don't have enough tools to buy the iodine. We don't have enough of anything to buy anything. Okay. Would have been nice to get a little iodine, but that's okay.
Yeah. On my way. Yeah. Roger that.
Lost 2 more. 3. Oh, here they go. Now the deaths start coming. Oh boy. Okay, to survive that without deaths, we would have needed many more hospital beds. You almost need many hospital beds as you have people. We've lost 25 people, 27. We're going to lose a bunch. Well, the good news is the next set of colonists that come along are going to get a chance to come and join us.
What? Okay.
All right, somebody starved to death. Couldn't find our 3,000 food. And now we're running into actually a staffing issue. I'm trying to wait until all these deaths are done before... hopefully they're done now, so let's pause this. We now have staffing issues because we actually have less people than we have jobs out there. So we have no carriers left. So the next group that knocks on our door is going to find themselves a home, more than likely. What do we got here? We got 26 children, so those are all in school. 93 adults. I think we're going to pause this guy. And pause this because we don't have any fiber anyway. And a lot of these are just where we want 2 people and we only have, well, we're missing Trapper altogether. All right. I think we're okay. I don't think there's any big shift of things we need to do. We're missing Trapper. We'd like to get, no, we're fine. We're fine. Definitely hurts. Boy, it definitely hurts. Ugh, missing both fishermen. So we got to watch that meat production. We're hurting on that, but otherwise we're in pretty good shape. All right, man, that was tough. I'm not even sure it's totally over. He's ready to go back out. She picked up 7 iodine and she's already ready to come back. He drops off some nice stuff and he's going to go out here. I lost count of the number of deaths. We're probably going to need another burial pit. Now, if we don't have any free carriers, I don't know if we'll ever get that built. Right this minute, I don't think it even matters. Now we're losing more people. This isn't over. I swear that was turned the other way, wasn't it? Did it turn itself around or does it circle around? I don't know what's going on here. Group of survivors. 31 adults and 3 children. Man, where's your specialist? We don't get specialists, do we? We will take those folks. That'll take care of our labor issues. Oh, we've got plenty of components. Now let's go ahead and get that plastic excavator out here up and running. Where are we going to do it? Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it right up here. And once we get that, our goal going forward is to upgrade our housing for better protection against the next nuclear fallout. All right, we finished our burial pit. Okay. Our water production's still good. Our food production's still good. Our housing is okay as far as homelessness goes. We want to improve the quality of it. Oh, we've got everything ready for a plastic extractor. I don't know how many of these we might need. Oh, we need power too, so this might be ahead of myself here. We need more power. Another nice big wind turbine. Here's what I thought about doing. Here's what I want to do. I want to put in a maintenance shed. This is one way I think the maintenance shed would be, a maintenance depot would be helpful. We're going to put one in here, and we're going to build our power stuff within its work area. So when we get an electrical storm and all this stuff starts getting zapped, we'll automatically have repairs queued up to work on it. At least that's my theory. We'll see how that goes. And we need electrical storage. There's another starved to death. Couldn't find the 3,500 food that's laying around all over the place. All right, something just hit. We got a meteor strike. See if we have any damaged buildings. We have a water well that needs repair. And a water tower that needs repair. Okay. Look at that. It shows it's leaking water, but it doesn't actually leak. That's just an illustration. Probably should actually leak. That would be better. I want to dedicate this to fiber and plastic. And this stuff, which comes from the, okay, so the three things that are kind of related to the plastics we want to have dedicated there. So now we've got a plastic extractor up and running. Hopefully we'll see our fiber increase, and let's resume that clothing right there. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it'll help you become a better player. I hope you'll like, comment, and subscribe, and join us for our next Surviving the Aftermath video.